Hi, everybody. Welcome back to D Squared Classroom. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Carrie Powers. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, thanks for
Um,
having me.
yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Carrie and I have known each other for a few years, initially because we worked together at CHF Solutions. And now Carrie is the CEO and president of a biomedical company called Reprise. And I'm really excited for her to share her story. So I have a couple questions for you, Carrie. We won't take up too much of your time. I know you're probably busy. But yeah, let's jump in. I know you started your career as a nurse. So, what led you to this CEO position, and what were some of the challenges that you faced along the way?
Yeah, I think, Dory, with most things in life, your life kind of takes a path that you might not expect along the way, and this was kind of one of those things, which I'm extremely happy to be where I am today, but definitely had never dreamed that I would be here today. So I was a nurse. My whole thought was going to nursing school. I would work as a nurse for a few years and then go back to school actually. And I was really interested in doing nursing education or possibly going into some sort of hospital administration or healthcare administration position. And
Mhm.
that was the path at that time that I thought that I was going to take. As a nurse, I actually had a privilege of going to a medical meeting, and the whole intent of that was to just further my education as a nurse, and I really enjoyed it. And because my platform has always been learning, education, I've really been driven by that part of the opportunities in my life and my career. I really ate that chance up to attend this medical meeting, spend a week out in Washington, D.C., where the meeting was. And in the course of doing that, I was able to meet all of industry. And the time that I went, the meeting that I went to was focused on interventional cardiology, and that was the area of nursing that I was practicing. I met tons of different companies, tons of different prominent leaders within that industry. And it really opened my eyes to think, maybe I can do something outside of nursing as I kind of went along and got experience in that area. And it so happens that I met somebody who was looking at bringing in clinical staff at that time to join the company, and that company was Vascular Solutions. I got in at a fantastically exciting time. They were developing tons of products. We were doing 8 to 12 product launches a year. And quite frankly, I thought that was the way that life went in a medical device company. But I had such a great opportunity to learn about how you get a medical device to market. I had a great opportunity to continue to stay involved in the clinical world, in the fact that I was able to go out, talk to doctors, figure out what works, what doesn't, what they needed, what their unmet needs were in their practice, and bring them solutions and tools for that. And then on top of that, go and educate not only our sales force, but also the physicians. And so it just fit perfect. I never thought when I entered industry that I would be there for the rest of my career, but obviously so happens that I was. I was at Vascular for about 11 years and then transitioned out. And this opportunity actually presented itself again in a time when I didn't think that, my path in life would go that direction either. But what attracted me to this was the opportunity to take a new technology, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and offer again clinical devices that could make surgeons' lives better. And so that was, an opportunity I couldn't pass by at that point.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be really motivated by your story, and sort of how you got to where you are. I certainly think it's really inspiring. The technology that Reprise offers is really unique. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's what we do is we take porcine organs, and in our case, we're using a pig liver, and we're using a technology. It's a patented technology that's unique, and it's called perfusion decellularization. So, unlike immersion decellularization, where other companies can take a dermis or amniotic tissue or other types of two-dimensional starting materials. We take an organ, which obviously is a three-dimensional starting material, and in order to process that material, remove the cells, remove the DNA, and make that product acellular, you have to cannulate an organ, a three-dimensional organ. And we do that through perfusion decellularization. So in the case of a liver, we actually can cannulate the hepatic vein, and through a series of about 24 hours of different detergents that we rinse through that organ, we can remove all the cells, all the DNA, and end up with a really nice scaffold, which can be processed into different types of medical devices. And in our case, we're doing that for medical devices in the surgery world. So reinforcement materials such as in the hernia space, advanced wound care, surgically focused is our target area. And the technology is so unique, and there's so much that you can do with it that we're now at a place where we're able to go out and talk to doctors and say, let me teach you about the technology, and let's see if we can work together to figure out if we can bring you a product that will help you, that you don't have a solution for, an answer for, because of the uniqueness of our ability to take an organ, a three-dimensional product, or a three-dimensional starting material rather, and make that into a tissue that can be used in surgery. So, it is no other company is able to do this, which is great.
Yep.
And that's very much like where I started from, where I want to, take this, because if you're going to be in a competitive space, if you're going to be in the medical device market, you want to be differentiated. You want to be able to partner with the physicians, with the clinical community, and bring them something unique that can be useful.
Yeah, it's very cool. I remember when you were sharing it with me for the first time a while back. I thought it was so novel, and that's, I think, the way of the future is to take one thing that may be intended for something and use it in another way that can help people. So that's really cool. And then I'm curious, obviously there's a lot of hard work that goes into this career and a lot of time. But what's your favorite perk? What's sort of the fun side?
I used to say it was travel. I used to be able to travel anywhere in the world and see so many different places. I think being in industry for 15 years and having the opportunity to do that is a fantastic thing to do, but I'm kind of over that at this point. So travel is great when you have to do business. And obviously we've learned how to do business without traveling in this last year with COVID. But really, I think what the true perk is all of the people, the wonderful people that I've been able to meet over the course of this career. It's been amazing. And everyone from all kinds of different physicians to different areas in the hospital to very prominent industry leaders, R&D, amazing technicians and scientists and amazing people. And I can't think of another area or another career where you get to have so many touch points, from the starting of a material, what that raw material looks like, building that and having all that expertise to be able to work with that, getting it to the place where you submit it to the regulatory, the FDA, and then getting it out to market through your sales channels and working with the surgeons who are truly, or physicians of any specialty, that are really just trying to improve the lives of patients. It's been a fantastic journey, and I love to learn. And so that has been such an amazing part of my career, is continuing to meet people to learn from them.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, the people in this industry are caring and smart and fun, and it's one of the reasons that I'm able to do these interviews, is because I meet these people in a work setting, and then I keep in touch with them because you meet so many incredible
Right.
people along the way. So that's really cool. Okay, speed round. This one should be shorter answers. So I ask this to all of my interviewees. First is, what's your favorite organ?
It's the heart. I have to say it's the heart. Was where I started in nursing. It's where I entered the industry, and it's the thing that is the beating part of the center of what you do.
Love it. Okay, what's your favorite medical device?
Oh, I would have to say the one that we're gonna hopefully get clearance from the FDA shortly, but I can't talk too much about that. So ask me in a year, it might change. But um, the guideliner device, it was a extension catheter that we built at Vascular Solutions, intended completely for a purpose, and it actually took off in another direction, which was extremely beneficial to the company, but also to the clinical world. And it made impossible cases possible, and it was just a fantastic and fun project to work on. So at
Yeah.
this point, I would say the guideliner catheter.
Cool. Well, I think we're gonna have people Googling that one. And then finally, just for fun, what's your favorite app?
You know, I thought about this story for a while, and I have to say, any of the video programs that these sporting communities have been able to put available to just parents and to teachers and to coaches, simply because of all the times that I weren't or wasn't able to attend my kids' activities, I was able to at least watch them remotely and keep up. So
Oh, what a fun! I haven't even heard of that. What a fun idea. Actually, I'm
yeah.
glad that you mentioned it. Another, critical piece to this story is that Carrie is a mom. So for any young women out there, you can have an all. You can have a career. You can end up as CEO of a company, and still have a family as well. So that's great. Carrie, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story. This was really fun, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Well, thank you. I very much appreciate the opportunity, and I think this is fabulous about the work that you're doing and highlighting different areas of business. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.